IPI is an innovation catalyst that creates opportunities for enterprises to grow beyond boundaries. As an extension of our services, the Innovation Advisor Program aims to support Singapore SMEs and startups in their innovation journey by pairing a company with an industry practitioner to give advice and insights to accelerate their growth plans. Today, we are here to meet this industry's veterans who are also innovation advisors with IPI. They are Mr. Yap Chew Loong, Professor Ignatius Rasiah, and Mr. John Teo. Collectively, their knowledge in the MedTech industry ranges from product development, manufacturing, to distribution of technologies, not only in Singapore, but also in the overseas market, in Asia and the USA. Welcome everyone. Thank you for taking time off of your busy schedule to come and speak with us and share about your experience in the MedTech industry and how you use this experience in your current role as an innovation advisor in IPI. Would you be able to tell us what is your motivation to become an IA in IPI?
Well, as for me, I've always been a person who trains my staff. And many of them have gone on to becoming leaders in their own industries. And it's nice to see how instead of keeping it to yourself, and you're now able to impact many more lives. And so when IPI came to me a few years ago and said, hey, would you like to help out and help the industry itself? That I thought was a great opportunity. And so here I am, helping across the industry in the MedTech sector.
I have done a few startups of my own, and I face a lot of difficulties, and I have to learn the ropes, at the same time makes a lot of mistakes. And after 30 years, I felt that I can contribute to a young CEO, which I look at he or her as myself. So that is my motivation, that if I can make the CEO successful, I think I'll be very, very happy.
So the whole experience over the last 40, 50 years, okay, from as a young engineer until, okay, we help the company to actually build the company, okay, the whole range of experience, I feel it's such a waste, I just keep it to myself. So it's quite natural, it's an opportunity like that come in, okay, I will offer my service to actually share what I have, hopefully, okay, will add some value on what they are doing.
MedTech industry, it's also a lot of changes in the landscape. So maybe you can share with us, like specifically in Singapore, what then can you define this landscape in terms of the changes and what do you see, in terms of the prospect of growth in the Singapore market?
The industry also has been in the last, I'm going to say like 10 years, has also moved on. They were very much serving the MNC community with parts and components and units and so on. Now we are finding many of our companies are now actually wanting to do their own innovation, their own products.
You look at the whole Singapore landscape, the industry is all talking about manufacturing for the MNC. I work for the MNC, even I'm an MNC, I just talking about how to make it. Today is very different. And you have to actually engage the clinicians, okay? What do you need? You are getting a lot more closer to the patients.
I believe that during that time, there's no such thing as after you graduate and you join a startup. However, now, I think the university provide a lot of training. In fact, their basic degree, they also incorporate entrepreneurship. This will contribute to a lot of startups in Singapore.
What would you say would be some of the challenges that probably be faced in this industry in Singapore?
Now there's a bunch of SMEs who are very used to being contract manufacturing, but they have no knowledge, okay, about how to sell, because their customers are the MNC. So they only produce with good quality, good cost, that's it. But the moment, okay, if the founder or the boss have this idea, I have a product, okay, I can make it, but they have no access to the market. They don't know how to go to market, okay. That's where we can add value.
Our ecosystem is not very good in terms of the capital market. So for startup, unlike other sector, typically a MedTech startup will take 3 to 4 years to get it to any commercial sense. For them to find capital during the product development stage is very, very difficult.
The SMEs also are struggling because there is a lot of competition from overseas. Right? I mean, because if you're just doing a contract manufacturing, you're going to end up finding that it's a price game then. So they need to out-innovate themselves. They need to figure out what's the future roadmap, where's the market going, and so on. And that's where we actually, all three of us, come in as well.
Highlighting all these problems or all these issues, what would be the best advice that you could give to them, or maybe say recommendations from your past experience? What's the best way to go about?
You have an idea, think big. Start small, act fast, fail early, okay? There's also no point painting a big picture, okay? But you have to be cash positive as soon as possible, so that you survive, okay? That's why you need to start small, okay? Get some cash first, okay?
I see a lot of this type of company, but they are afraid, or they don't have the vision to think big. And if you look at the American market and all that, why you get such a big company like Intel or HP and all that? They started from the backyard. They have a good idea, but what's the difference? Because they have a product that everybody wants, and you are talking about the whole wide world. So similarly, I think the SMC has to have a change in their mindset, and focus on things that what the world want rather than what Singapore want or what other people can service you.
There is a tendency to be self-reliant. I think we've always been, with this Asian culture, self-reliant, do what we can and push every little bit more. But now we're finding that this is becoming a much more collaborative environment. And there's partnerships that is to be made. And when you want to think big, you need to leverage some of these. And that's when, whether locally or overseas or different capabilities and expertise, if you can come together, there's a lot to be done.
It really is more than just advisory. It is an experience of a learning journey together. Definitely an exciting period for the MedTech companies, and also we cannot wait to see what is upcoming for this industry. We thank our IAs for sharing their insights and knowledge with us, and also to share your experience about helping the IAP companies navigate their challenges in this industry. We do hope that the companies will continue to accelerate their growth together with you guys. And if you're keen to partner up with our IAs in your innovation journey, head over to IPI's website to find out more.